Hey guys, welcome to an artful video. For today I'm going to do a quick speed paint. Well, it's more of a revision of a piece that I did for Inktober 2020. This is day 11, and the prompt for Inktober was to draw something that represented disgusting. The character I'm using right now is my original character that I used for my 3 marker challenge in my previous video. And she's sort of like this Monster High type of Frankenstein character. So she has these stitches that she has all over her body that basically keep her together. I wanted to incorporate them because I know when something is disgusting, people use the phrase, makes my skin crawl. So what's more disgusting than having a centipede crawling all over your skin? Or even worse, under your skin. As you can probably see though, the drawing was not finished. There was a whole bunch of details missing from this drawing, and the colors was very plain. There was no shading whatsoever, the colors were very uneven, and they were extremely faded. The color of her hair was supposed to be vibrant and colorful to make up for the lack of color on her skin. At the time, I was experimenting with FW inks, and you can probably tell I'm not a master at them. So that's why there's not that much detail, and the colors were very flat and simple. It was a good practice in the end though, yet I don't think I'll go back to FW inks. I think I'll stay with my Copic and Prismacolor markers. Or, for right now, digital art. On top of that, I was dealing with art block as well. Every artist knows that there's a period in time where you just don't feel like drawing anything. This piece kinda screams, I just want to draw this and get this out the way. Despite that, I do believe my lack of inspiration was caused by previous art challenges that I did in September. I've been looking forward for these challenges for such a long time. I participated in OC-tember and Sketch-tember. Sketch-tember suits my style, and OC-tember helps me to draw my OCs more, because I don't draw them that much, but I speak about them a lot. I used these 2 opportunities which resulted in 60 drawings in 1 month. That is probably more drawings than I did in 1 whole year. So I'm proud that I was able to push myself. Because at the beginning of 2020, my goal was to at least finish a few art challenges and not give up on them halfway through. Yes, I did do this for Inktober, which made me upset, but next year I will plan better and I will participate in all 3 art challenges or even more. Even though I did miss the unique event in October, which was Parmo plus Inktober 2020. For alcohol markers, I'm using Prismacolor markers and Copic markers. I used Process Red and Parrot Green for the hair, eyes, and a little bit for the inner flesh. For the grays, I'm using Neutral Gray 90% and Neutral Gray number 2. Then I'll use my colorless blender to blend everything out, especially for the skin. Fun fact, I learned my blending techniques from an artist who is here on YouTube. He does scary, creepy stories and he creates creepy drawings along with them. He inspired me to use alcohol markers. I apologize in advance because I know I'm going to butcher his last name, but I think he is aware of that. His name is Jordan Persagati. I'll put a sound bit so you can hear the correct pronunciation.
Persagati.
But yeah, he's an awesome artist. He gives me the inspiration to draw, so you guys should go check him out as well. I decided to move on to digital editing for this portion of the video. I kinda gave up because my setup was not working with me today, and also it would be much easier to work on the piece digitally. When I take my image into editing, I make sure I alter the perspective because when you first take a photo of your artwork, it is going to be naturally tilted. You're going to have the camera in a slight angle unless you have a professional setup that has the camera directly above the image on a flat surface, which I do not have the luxury of. Once I was done with the perspective, I went to edit the colors to add more contrast, more vibrancy, and to brighten up the photo so the colors can pop out more. I insert the photo into Procreate, and the first thing I did was to remove the background of the artwork and replace it with a flat white background. When taking a photo, the lighting will be off from not having a proper setup with good lighting. I left the natural lighting on the character because it gives the illusion of natural shadows. I removed some parts that I did not like on that character. For example, the weird yellow highlight that I put on her nose. I have no idea why I put that, but I do not question my decisions when I'm on art block because I make some weird choices. Then I went on editing the lips because I have noticed when I put it into Procreate that the lips were slightly crooked and off-centered. So I decided to adjust that by using the 6B Pencil 1 tool. Now for the eyeshadow. I had so much frustration with the eyeshadow. I could not blend it to save my life because I wanted it to have a paper texture, and using a blending tool made it too smooth. It kind of gave that digital look. I know the artists can understand what I mean. I began to regret attempting the eyeshadow look. I tried to be a beauty guru for some reason and decided to do a very sunset yellowish reddish eyeshadow look. Even though it did come out pretty cool, it did not suit my character very well because she already had all these other colors going on and they were kinda clashing with the eyeshadow colors. Despite that, I kept the look, but made different versions of her. I prefer her without the eyeshadow, but I always liked the simple look. I used a reference for the eyeshadow. Don't be afraid to use references when it comes to your artwork because it helps you improve and it's good practice. Throughout the whole process, I used the lasso tool to make sure I have those clean edges for the wings of the eyeshadow. Similar to when makeup artists place tape to block areas that they don't want eyeshadow at. Once the lasso tool was drawn, I could draw and blend without worrying about the edges. To maintain the paper texture, I used a 6B pencil and manually blended the colors from orange to yellow. It's sort of like using color pencils to blend. I then turned the layer to multiply, which is similar to transparency but without losing the vibrancy of the colors. That's how I use multiply, but correct me if there's a better method in the comments down below. Here's a time lapse of the drawing process, so you can see without me zooming in or having my hand blocking the way. You can see how it started and how it ended. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like and comment down below if you ever disliked a drawing that you did for an event. Also, don't forget to subscribe and press bell notification to catch any new videos I post. See you in my next video. Bye bye!